In today's Focus on Family, an online summer camp guide. Jean Lemke and Nina Talick are the co-founders of KidWinks.com. Thank you for coming in at this late date. I can't believe there are still actually availability for camp. And we were talking in the break, we still haven't signed ours
That's
up.
right.
So I'm glad you did the homework so that we can, just go online here.
Right. We actually put together a summer camp guide on KidWinks.com. We have over 500 camps in the guide. So definitely a lot of options still out there, such as Alliance Française in Chicago, and it's a French school, and they teach not only French classes, but they also try to immerse kids in the whole French culture, and that makes it a little bit easier to learn. So they do arts and crafts, dance, music, they even do French cooking, all in an attempt to help the kids sort of, just as they're doing it, they're speaking French, they're learning French, and it's just a great way of immersing them. They learn without even realizing it.
That's a fun one. Chez Kids,
yep.
The Chez Kids Academy. I love the idea that you say there are hundreds of camps, because I think we typically have this idea that there are just a few traditional ones and we have to make the reservations by January or February, and it becomes so stressful, but it clearly doesn't have to be.
And there's a lot of different types of camps too, so it's not just French camps, but there's just so many different types.
Right, you've got a plethora of them today, and one of them is a theater camp.
That's right. The Christian Youth Theater, they run camps throughout the Chicago area for kids aged 5 to 18. They're week-long musical theater camps, and the kids have instruction in voice, drama, and dance throughout the week, and also just regular normal camp activities outside. And at the end of the week, they put together a musical showcase theater for their family and friends. And I know that they have lots of openings.
So you can see exactly what they were doing all week. You know their labor
right.
went into that wonderful performance afterwards. So if you don't have a thespian and you have someone who's a real sports enthusiast, there is a sports camp that sounds fun.
You can't leave out the sports camp. So the Bulls Sox Academy, it's the official summer camp for the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago White Sox. And what's neat is the trainers for the camps actually learn from the coaches who teach the professionals. So the kids get to do the real professional drills. They're going to be learning the exact same techniques.
But just to be clear, the pros are not going to be there. Do they show up at all since they have the trainers?
So the kids get a behind-the-scenes tour of the arena and also get to interact with either a former or current player for the team.
Oh, now that's a bonus.
Yeah, and they do fast pitch for girls, and then the White Sox baseball for boys, and then the Bulls camp is both boys and girls.
So they get one tour, but the whole camp is not held, say, at the Cell or at the United Center.
Right, they actually have 60 locations throughout the Chicago area, so you don't have to drive into the city to the arena each time. You get to go to what's closest to you.
Oh, wonderful, because it can be, I think, a little intimidating sometimes for people to think, oh gosh, I have to cart them downtown. It's all about ease, I think, of the summer when you think about some of these things. And there is one that is a little bit far at the Indiana Dunes, but gosh, what a wonderful, beautiful place.
Absolutely. And you know what is cooler than having a chance to have camp at a national park? The Dunes Learning Center runs an overnight camp for kids 3 times throughout the summer, and for younger kids they have a day camp. And literally the classroom here is the outdoors. They spend times going through the wetlands, the prairies, the dunes of course, and time on the beach and in the water. It's a great opportunity for kids, and the younger ones also become then these little park kids, and they interact with the rangers, and it's really a lot of fun for them.
Okay, so the overnight, are they sleeping in tents, or are there actual log cabins or something?
They have modern cabins that are air conditioned.
So, perfect. So it looks like a log cabin on the outside, and yet has all the modern amenities on the inside. Oh, isn't that great? Some wonderful ideas, and you say there are hundreds more on your website, so thanks so much for compiling them. Now get to work for your own family that you've done all of our work.
Otherwise it'll be a very long summer.
If you want to learn more information about the summer camp guide, you can go to kidwinks.com for a link, or if you want to see the segment again and see some of the ones that we highlighted today, go to WGN TV.com/midday.